If you're looking for the best 16-inch bike on the market, you came to the right place. This is stackbmx.com, where we tell you everything about bicycles, bicycle parts, from how they're made to what colors they come in and if they fit your bike or if they'll fit you. So today we're going to do and explain and review on the 16-inch Colt Juvenile bike. So if you've been watching my videos, we've been doing it a little bit different, giving you some up close views of the bike and telling you a lot of little details that most people don't tell you. So yeah, check out this bike. This is a pretty dope bike. If you're trying to buy a bike for your kid, and you want something that they can go to the skate park, jump, freestyle, stuff like that, definitely watch this video because this bike might be up his alley or her alley. Starting off with the grips, you got some Colt Creighton grips. These things have dual ribs, so they have a rib that goes this way and a rib that goes all the way around, and it has a little Colt logo right here. It also has a little bar end. Going to the bars, it's got a nice set of two-piece bars. Notice how the ends are really short for a little guy, so they're like already cut for the little dudes. Another thing is they got a alloy brake lever. And they got a set screw right here, so if you tighten that up and loosen the brakes a little bit, you can pull the brake lever in for the little guys so that their fingers can reach. So that's pretty cool. Going on to the bar and stem, the bars are pretty cool because they got a lot of knurling on it, so check out the knurling right there. That helps grip the stem and keep the bars tight. We normally just put the bars in the middle, but I like to put it to the side so you can see that, and I can show you how deep the knurling is, because a lot of the bars don't have as deep knurling and the bars tend to slip forward and backwards. Going to the stem, it has a pretty short drop forged stem. It's pretty solid to be heavy duty. Look at the cap underneath the stem. Actually underneath the stem has a little cutaway to make it a little bit lighter. It's got black chromoly bolts on it. All 6 of them are chromoly bolts. It's also got a recessed fork cap. So if you're not sure what a recessed fork cap is, it's actually machined down, so this little cap sits flush with the top of the stem. See how I go down like this, and you can't even see it. So just kind of a newer school look. Looks pretty cool. Colt's on top of it. Going to the headset, it comes with an integrated headset. This headset is amazing because it keeps your bars tight, and you don't have to keep tightening it after every single jump. Another thing is that it has gyro tabs on here. One's threaded, one's not. So you can put little gyro tabs on here, install a gyro if you want to run a gyro. I think that's pretty cool. Going down to the forks, we got a tapered fork here where it's thick on the top. See how it's thicker? And then as you go to the bottom, it thins out and it's all capped off on the bottom. It's got a double thick dropout, about 5 millimeters thick. Going to the front tire, it has the Vans 16 by 2.3 tire. This 2.3 tire actually looks pretty fat on this bike. So pretty much replicates like a big bike, kind of how the big bike, it would have this kind of fat tire. So it looks really similar to that. And yes, this is the Vans Colt tire. So Vans Colt tire. This tire is 65 PSI. Don't go over that PSI. This one has an alloy wheel. I'll leave a comment below, so read the comments and to see if this is a double wall wheel or a single wall. This also has a 20 spoke front hub and rim setup with stainless steel spokes, brass nipples, and it's got an unsealed front hub with the chromoly axle. This axle is pretty long. If you end up taking these washers off, you could definitely put a peg on here, no problem. And the axle nut's super wide, so you can definitely put a wrench on there, put some torque on it without stripping out the threads. Going on to the frame, this frame's a little bit different than most little kids bikes because it's aluminum and it looks just like the big bikes, and the geometry's set up to be pretty much a big bike for little dudes. And with that said, is you just don't shrink everything. You actually got to change the angles and everything like that. And Colt did a fantastic job creating this bike and giving it the right angles to make it fun for the little dudes. So I think that's pretty cool. Look at the two guts that's on the top and the bottom. It's got a Colt little embossing right there. Colt sticker on the top tube. Going to the seat tube. I don't know if you've seen these bikes, but they do have I would say a combo seat and seat post. This got like kind of like a rubberish top on here. Also, it's got a Colt logo on the very top. This thing's kind of soft and you know, it looks pretty durable for kids. It's one piece, so you can't really change the angle. But if you step back, it's got a pretty nice angle, how any BMXer would want on their bike. Anyways, the seat post size is 25.4, but this frame's aluminum. So the aluminum frames normally take a 20 or 27.2 seat post, and this one actually has a shim in there. So if you want to go up to a 27.2 seat post, you can, a seat post, you could definitely do that. If you want to stay with the 25.4 and maybe put a pivotal on here, you can do that as well by just leaving that shim in there. It also has this alloy seat clamp on here, pretty basic, lightweight, nothing too crazy. Just looks good on the bike. Going to the bottom bracket, the bottom bracket is a mid bottom bracket. It also has 3-piece cranks on it. These cranks, let me see what size they are. I want to say they're 155. It doesn't say on here, but I'll leave a comment below letting you know what size cranks these are. So the center from here to the center of here is how long you measure your cranks. That'll give you how long your cranks are. These ones look like they are the right size for this size bike. So I think it'd be a great set of cranks to have on these bikes if you pick up this bike. On the pedals, they got your basic platform pedal, good for the little, for the little guys. You can always upgrade these to different pedals. The axle size is a 9/16, which is most aftermarket pedals, so you could definitely find a huge selection of pedals available. Going on the frame, it actually has a cable stop right here. It's all welded on, looks pretty smooth, and then it's got this Velcro strap with the little Colt logo on there to hold the front of the cable. Those little Velcros are pretty cool. Going to the brakes, it's got a alloy 990 brake, everything black, even the springs and the cable. Look at that detail on that thing. That's definitely sets these bikes off a little bit than other bikes. Going to the chain, you got a basic S1 chain. Actually, there's a Colt 410 chain. So good chain. It's got ramps on it to help it drop onto your sprocket and ride smooth. It's got a 25 tooth steel sprocket with chamfered teeth. And going to the back wheel, it's got the same tire as the front, same rim, same spokes, and it's got a different style hub. So we're gonna go back here and I'll show you this. This one is a 9-tooth driver. 9-tooth driver on here. It's unsealed hub. Has a chromoly axle, and the axle is really long. So if you want to put pegs on here, you can totally do that and get you rolling. So I think the big elephant in the room is Pops or Mom gonna buy this bike for their, I would say 4 to 6 year old, and is it a good buy? What I say to everybody is this is pretty much a good solid bike for an adult, but in a compact size. So if you want to give them the best advantage, I would definitely go with a bike like this because it's set up for freestyle. It's a lot lighter than all the other bikes. All the components and everything are kind of set up for freestyle already, and your kid's just gonna have a lot funner time on this. But the sizing is what everybody freaks out. And on sizing, we like to say, if you want your kid to really shred on the bike, we recommend getting a smaller bike. And yes, your kid will outgrow that bike faster, but you're not setting them up for failure where you're getting him a bike too big and he's not able to jump it or do tricks and gets discouraged because his other friends have a littler bike and they're shredding and doing all kinds of tricks, and he gets upset and doesn't want to go to the skate park and doesn't want to go to the jumps because it's so hard for him to ride his big heavy bike. Just kind of setting them up for failure. So if you think about money and you care about money to last you longer rather than your kid's enjoyment, then definitely buy them a bike that's bigger and let them grow into it. But if you want them to have fun, definitely buy them a bike like this that's a lot smaller for them so they can rip it up and have a good time. I hope that helped you guys out, and Leave us a comment if I forgot something, and I'll try to answer your questions. Peace out.